Alright, what's up, guys? So, Hot T has uploaded a video titled Trisha Paytas exposes Ryland, Adams, and Jeffree Star, Tana scammed her fans, and more. Uh, Maybe, I don't know, with the Trisha Paytas. It seemed like Trisha Paytas has been on the road lately, and then with Tana. I know I was kind of talking on it last night during my live stream. Well, mine failed live stream. Thing kept going in and out, so hopefully tonight when I stream, I don't have no issues, but who knows? Who knows? But anyways, yeah, I might kind of know what the Tana situation is. I kind of have like my guess and hints, but let's see. Maybe it could be something else. Maybe it could be something makeup related. But I'm thinking it might be something OnlyFans related. It seems like that because yeah, she has one. And yeah, I know that there's seems like a lot lately from what my fans had told me that there's been people out here scamming and stuff. So I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, let's go ahead get into this video. Guys, if you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to my good friend Hot T and her second channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Follow her across social media. Do what you can to support and show love. But anyways, and that being said, let's get into this video.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left, right, and center. So today's episode is going to be a little mini tea where we're going to be talking about all the little stories that have been happening these past few days. We're going to be talking about Tana Mongeau's scam merch, influencers coming for rapper DaBaby because he's shaded JoJo Siwa, and Trisha dragging Jeffree Star. But before we dive in, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. It really helps this channel out. Okay, let's get into the tea. Let's start with the most random / confusing tea. On Twitter, people started getting confused about a lyric from DaBaby's new song. It was thought to be a JoJo Siwa diss. The lyric was, "You a bitch, JoJo Siwa." James Charles tweeted, "Can someone please explain why DaBaby is dissing JoJo Siwa when she's 12 years younger, 10 times richer, and 2 inches taller than him?" One person replies, "Stay out, black people, business love, we got this one." James says, "A grown man is dissing a teenage girl for literally no reason. This has nothing to do with race." Then Manny MUA responded saying, "I'm wondering the same damn thing." After that, Nikita and Tana joined the conversation, and more tea on our problematic queens later, by the way. Nikita says, "DaBaby, don't play with my girl JoJo Siwa. Put some respect on her name, little boy." Tana also tweeted, "Imagine honestly being DaBaby and dissing JoJo Siwa. Get a life." And then DaBaby came out to say the following. "At JoJo Siwa, my 3-year-old princess is your #1 fan. I bought her every product you have out. She thinks she you. Don't let him trick you into thinking I'd ever have a problem with you. My wordplay just went over their heads. All love on my end, shawty. Keep shining." So for context,
I think because yeah, it has something to do. Like I guess his name, like back in the day, used to be JoJo or something like that. Because I think yeah, his real name is like Jonathan, I think. And yeah, I think yeah, JoJo is like a nickname, and then yeah, wordplay. So at first I thought it was a JoJo Siwa diss, but then I did like a little bit of research, and yeah, JoJo is like his nickname, and then Siwa was just a lyric that he added. But I had to something because I was like, I know he does have a daughter too, so that's why I'm like, okay, JoJo Siwa went like goes perfect with that lyric. And yeah, he overall was just, just doing it just because it rhymed. And so, yeah, I just think, I don't know. That's what I'm like, yeah, I think that's something where it's like, you got to like pull in like 5 random people from the streets and stuff and just have them like go over the lyric. Cause yeah, a lot of people just thought I did. I was just like, bro, what did JoJo Siwa ever do to him? Like, did she disrespect her his daughter or something? Like, what happened? And so yeah, but yeah, it was just some wordplay. My question is, I'm like, what did JoJo Siwa have to think about all of this? So
next, his real name is Jonathan,
yeah,
for short JoJo, and Siwa was a wordplay on CY. He said he doesn't have any bad feelings towards JoJo, and it's all good on his end. Later, Manny responded to an Instagram post made by Here for the Tea explaining the situation, saying, "This makes much more sense once it's explained. He's not coming for JoJo. It's a play on his name being Jonathan, aka JoJo. Got it. The more you know. That one is confusing. The situation is just funny in a way. How they all jumped to conclusions. People definitely went overboard with this one, but what do you guys think? Next, we have Nikita Dragon on the list, and her getting caught for the millionth time, probably disregarding COVID guidelines, not wearing a mask, and so on. Basically, she wanted to go to this fancy store, and employees didn't let her in until she put on a mask. They had one specifically for her right in the entrance. Like, girl, at this point, we know you're wearing this little face shield thing just to get some attention. It's just funny how she takes herself seriously with that little face shield. It looks ridiculous, honestly. Just wear your damn masks, please. Moving on, we're talking about another
people still tripping off of that. And it was funny. It was, I think they said it's in Arkansas. They was all like, oh, like wearing a mask, like they're not going to focus on that anymore. I'm like, look, they can say that the COVID cases is declining. They can say COVID deaths are declining. I know far after COVID, like when this stuff is all done and over with and we could just go back to our regular lives and all of that, I think once when I start seeing WWE fans like back at the arenas and these guys start touring back and forth all across the country, that's when I'll take my mask off. But until then, I have no reason to take my mask off. Even when I'm going outside for like a brief moment or I'm not even getting out of a car, I'm like, I still keep my mask. I still have a mask on me at all times because you never know. So yeah, wear a mask, people. I'm like, I don't care what you think. I don't care what illnesses you got. Like, it's funny how that's like, one of the things that people was all like, oh, I got like underlying illnesses and stuff. I'm like, you really gonna have an illness if you don't put a mask on. I'm like, I don't care if you can breathe or not. I had asthma. And I'm like, everybody, I'm like, maybe not everybody, but it's like a lot of people have had asthma, but they still wearing the mask. I'm like, my sister, she has asthma still to this day, and she wears a mask, no problem. So anyways.
Dramatic queen, Miss Tana Mojo. There have been a few things happening around her this past week, from partying once again during, you know what, her scandal with her new merch, as well as some drama with her ex-manager Jordan. Let's unravel that mess. So the first thing Tana is getting called out for is partying once again, but this time not in LA. She decided to go to Miami and party on a boat, you guys.
Florida is just another Cali. They don't care out there either about COVID and all that stuff. So
parties and gatherings she's been to since her last apology about it, we know she just doesn't care. She attempts not to post anything about partying, but then reposts stories from those parties. Like, what's the point, sis? The second thing in regards to Tana is about her ex-manager Jordan. So if you guys remember, a few months ago they unfollowed each other and Tana was tagged on Instagram signing a contract with her new management, and that's how people realized Jordan isn't her manager anymore, which is a bit weird since he's been there for a while. He lived with Tana and became a manager of some of her friends as well. He was with her through her whole scandal with MTV and many others. So people started questioning that situation, and since neither she nor he addressed it, some of Tana's friends wondered what happened between them, and since he's still at that point their manager. Recently, Ashley Schwan, who's a friend of Tana, mentioned in a video that Jordan is still her manager. From then, people were a bit confused, but if Ashley and Jordan are still working and Ashley and Tana are still friends, perhaps Tana and Jordan don't have bad blood between them. Maybe she found better management and that's the end of the story.
It could be a situation or a case like that, because it was like, you know, he wasn't expecting her to be as famous as she was or as she is, and so he was just like, you know, I need somebody a little bit smaller, like one of her friends or somebody, you know, that they're not really too focused on, because yeah, Tana is like throughout social media and just throughout the internet, she is rising through the ranks. So that's what it's like, you know, some managers are like, I can't, you know, maintain all of that. That's just, you know, out of my league. And then just with a smaller individual, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's I can hang with you. So.
And the last piece of tea from Tana is her new merch scam. Basically, she came out with a Valentine's Day collection of lingerie, and fans are pissed. Why, you may ask? Well, fans quickly realized that you can get Tana stuff real cheap on fast fashion online stores like Shein and AliExpress. You guys, it was the same clothing pieces, just with a super high markup from Tana. Tana's were sold for about $60, and the ones on Shein were about $10 to $15.
Oh,
I mean, the quality is probably not there from either brand, so if you want to buy it, you might as well just save your cash and get it for cheaper.
That's crazy, yeah.
Actually came out that Tana was promoting a while back back the exact same pieces, but marketed as Fashion Nova sponsorship or something like that. Another thing which is frustrating is that those influencers have so much money, resources, connections to actually create merch and products, whatever they want, and put the quality in there. If half of them did that, nobody would care that it may have too high of a margin. You have the opportunity, just use it. Sell something good to your followers from once. Again, here's Tana promoting her ripoff of a ripoff lingerie. And our last story for today is something that has been going on for a while. I've made videos. I
thought it was some OnlyFans stuff. It just seems like, because I know it was like, I had some fans last night telling me how like a lot of people on OnlyFans be scamming. And I don't know. I just seen scam and fans and was just all like, I assume. So yeah, that's what happens when you jump to conclusions. Don't jump to conclusions. But anyways, yeah, I think that is a little bit, scummy for a person. It's like, where you can find this stuff for a cheaper price, but then you charge, that's wild. I'm like, unless like you built that stuff like by hand, or you overall, like there's just something like more meaningful behind it rather than like the whatever other brand. It's like, then it's like, all right, charge that much. But if not, then it's like, charge the same price as everything else that's costing that, or whatever them clothes are, or a lingerie, whatever it is. It's like, have it where it's the same price as the other ones. It's like out here scamming your own fans. That's messed up.
On the topic, so go watch them for more details. It's about Trisha exposing / going off on Shane, Ryland, and Jeffree. Long story short, Jeffree and his hairdresser said some really nasty things behind Trisha's back. Also, Shane apparently always talked badly about her when she wasn't there, and this whole thing blew up because no one thought Trisha would stop being friends with Shane, but here we are. Jeffree tried to show that he did the right thing by saying on Twitter that he is firing his hairdresser, but a day later, Hair by Jay was posting that he worked with Jeffree on that day, and now they're following each other again, and it's pretty obvious that Jeffree is still working with Hair by Jay. I don't know if he thought that no one is going to notice where they both have been tagged, or people wouldn't snoop around to see if they're actually working together or not. Once Trisha saw this, she quickly came to TikTok to say,
so everyone's been tagging me in this about Jeffree still using Hair by Jay. Obviously he is. Jeffree's the one who said all those vile things. Jay was just stupid enough to repeat and confirm it online because he's his little minion, but Jeffree is also just as vile, so obviously trash is going to keep trash. He was just trying to save face for a couple days, I guess. If you don't remember Jay, let me remind you of this beautiful human.
I will destroy you, bitch. By the time I'm done with you, you're gonna look anorexic.
And these are the people that Shane and Ryland continue to support for that dollar. Ryland and his shitty merch using Jeffree's merch company, but okay, cool. Trash recognized trash, devil plays with devil, cool. The most offensive part about Jay's rant was him saying if we, him including himself and Jeffree, you're the hired help, don't forget. But he said if we called her, saying him and Jeffree called me, that I'd be dying to hang out with them. And Jeffree called and pleaded, trying to keep some sort of friendship or some sort of like cool relationship online. I would never hang out with these two people again if you paid me $1 million. They're the trash scum of the internet, and it's been proven time and time again, but because they're popular, they get away with it, and because they have money.
Trisha also came out to drag Ryland Adams for his new merch for his podcast and more. So Ryland and Lizzie talked about, well, mostly Ryland talked about rebranding the podcast, and they also came out with new merch for it. However, the timing perhaps wasn't the best, since Ryland mentioned that he wanted to redirect the podcast, but the whole theme of the merch is tea and spilling the tea. And the merch is handled by Jeffree's merch company, by the way, which is called Killer Merch.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Ryland was pretty much tired of being talked about and getting in drama, although that's hypocritical because he used to do that in his old job at Clever as well. And also his whole podcast so far has been on topics about celebrities or influencers and people in the YouTube world, which, by the way, Ryland, you are a part of it.
It's like, it's just funny when it's, I don't want to get caught up in the drama, but you talk about other people's drama. It's like, if you're going to talk about other people's drama, then it's like you have to have like that door open for some sort of drama to come towards you. And so it's like, you could try to avoid it, but there's gonna be at times where it's like you can't. You're gonna have to address something. You're gonna have to talk about something. And I feel like that would be more interesting for a person to like learn something about you or to understand something about you, rather than, oh, let me tell the story about how freaking Gabby Hanna and Trisha Paytas, but it's it's just, I guess, like, if you're doing it in the way that like Hot Tea is doing it, because it's like she's reporting on this stuff, she's talking about this stuff, but I just feel like with him on the other hand, it's like you are more so giving. And she also says, like, I don't know, I don't really watch his podcast or listen to anything that he has to say, so it's up in the air with what he got going on. But it's like, at least with Ray, she says that she, none of this stuff, like, don't take it seriously. Like, what she says, don't take it seriously. So she's just reporting on this. So it's kind of like, I see Ray's channel as like a news thing, but it's like, you on the other hand, it's like y'all are just sitting around just gossiping and talking about people and stuff. So it's like Ray on the other hand, it's like, I feel, yeah, Ray. The thing is, I have to say that's like one thing that I have to say I love about Ray and just overall what she's done for YouTube is that she has like 2 other channels where she can like literally forget about this channel and move on to the other thing. So it's like, you on the other hand, I feel like that if you were to stop doing your podcast and focus on something else, it's like, could that really work? So I'm like, yeah, with Ray on the other hand, she has something to fall back on. And just with you guys, I'm like, I don't really know. So anyways.
And you should have seen that coming, especially with the way that things were handled, speaking specifically about Dramageddon 3 and Shane and Jeffree, obviously. And as of recent, not doing or acknowledging the situation with Trisha only made things worse for Shane and Ryland. But anyway, Trisha did not hold back and expressed her opinion on all of them on TikTok. She mentioned it on Frenemies as well, of course. She went on to say how hypocritical them not wanting to be involved in drama is, while literally getting themselves in more and more drama. Trisha's main point was that it's clear to her that her ex-friends chose money over such a long-term friendship. She expressed how disappointed she is and that there isn't anything that could make her be friends with Shane and Ryland ever again.
Ryland on his new podcast saying he's done talking about tea, even though his podcast is called The Sip, because he hates it when people talk about him and Shane. They talk about Shane, boo-boo. You're just a fiance. You're just a little mouthpiece in the Shane Dawson realm. Also, the Sip merch is the kind of merch that literally makes me cringe. What is it? What does it mean? Why do you have a tea bag if you're rebranding and no longer spelling tea? Even though that was so unoriginal to begin with, because how many tea podcasts do we really need? Oh, also, it's designed by merch. You're trash. You lied. You knowingly lied. For a best friend to Shane for 12 years, you knowingly lied about me.
Sound like she's just watching some on PBS and then she's just sit down casually talking about Shane Dawson and his fiance. I was just like, I had moved my phone. I was just like, what's going on? But then there was a scam call. But anyways, yeah, it's like, what show is you watching?
Yeah, not knowing about Jeffree. You guys are a snake and you deserve each other. Jeffree using and flaunting hair by Jay, trash. They're the scum of the earth, and one day a rain will come and wash the scum away.
Although that's questionable, since we've seen plenty of times Trisha say one thing and then act the complete opposite way. But as we know, the longer Shane and Ryland refuse to address everything and stop avoiding the drama, the worse it's going to be for them. So who knows? Let me know what you guys think about everything that we talked about today. Is there anything I missed? Anything else you'd like me to talk about? Write it down in the comments down below. I also want to know your opinion on absolutely everything, so write down in the comments down below as well. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. I post new videos every single week. All right, you guys, bye.
Definitely show love and support to Ray. But anyways, yeah. With the baby situation, yeah, it's wordplay, and then with Tana scamming her friends, it's like, I just think that some of these like content creators where they be coming out with these things like, oh yeah, this is coming out, blah blah blah, like shit, I feel like, I don't know, like because obviously that stuff is, people are going to be able to buy it, people are still going to be able to go and do whatever they want with it and things. I mean, there are going to be people that's like actually goes out and buys it and stuff. That's such a crazy like link name to this video. It's like, dang, that's some crazy stuff right there. It's like YouTube out here creating racist links. But no, anyways, I just seen that. It was just got off topic. All right, but anyways, no, this was a pretty good video. And I just think, with Trisha Paytas and this Ryland, Adam, Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star situation, it's like, you already had proven these guys to be scum. So I feel like at this point in time now, it's like, focus on yourself, do your thing, like start up a new life. I know that she says she's getting engaged here soon. So that's what I would say to her is like, after you get married, like just start fresh. you know, be like a complete transformation from like who you used to be to just in this like positive outgoing person. And I feel like, you know, a lot of people will see that. And yeah, just, you know, I feel like there'd be people that's like overall you know, they see that I don't even remember if I open up the video or not for I hope I bruh. All right, I'm gonna have to see after I'm done with this video because I'm like, I don't remember if I had like this screen thing open here. If I didn't, then I'm like, dang, bro. I feel like I should just upload the video anyways because I'm like, I'm about sick and tired of that stuff happening. But anyways, pretty good video, Ray. I really did enjoy it, guys. If you haven't, make sure you go subscribe to her hot tea channel. Make sure you go subscribe to her second channel, Ray Rahimi, and her business channel, Build Your Pocket. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.